Welcome back to the WhoCares podcast. Today, we're starting the podcast off. My name's Lynden. Introduce yourself, Payton.
Yep, that's me. I'm Peyton.
um, this is gonna be the first episode. Not much going on about it today. This is really just testing up. And shout out to that. Shout out to the dude in New York. What's his name? Does he want his name?
Patrick.
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 Well, we have one listener so far already, Patrick. So we're I'm gonna refer to him a lot in the episode. I feel like we're having a conversation with Patrick right now.
Patrick's an awesome guy. I've been friends with him for almost 4 years at this point, I think.
Well, I like the fact that we're just starting this podcast and he immediately is just like, yeah, I'll subscribe, I'll listen.
Yeah,
But
Patrick's fucking awesome.
Patrick, okay, so what? So tell me about Patrick, honestly. Who is he? Do you know very much about him?
I know what he tells me. We have been online friends, so it's kind of like that iffy kind of. We know each other, but we don't tell each other a ton of stuff. Uh,
How'd you
yeah,
meet him? How'd you meet him?
we met on, I believe it was an advice chat on Kick, and we were both trolling the chat.
Advice chat on Kick. I
Yeah.
I've never used Kick in my life, and I mean I do like go through Reddit, like Reddit
Yeah.
advice, the relationship advice for Reddit, and I I do exactly that. I go on there and I just find the most brain dead thing I can find, like because there's so many people that go on those chats and they think that like they're just going there for validation, and then I like seeing them get absolute crapped on by everybody in the chat. I feel like Kick advice chats are like that, but a lot worse.
Oh, it's even worse because you get people like myself and Patrick, which this was a few years. I haven't been trolling him as often, but we would go in there and purposely give bad advice.
Okay, tell me. Okay, what's one of the bad advice you've given? Like, give me set a
Uh,
scenario.
it,
Or has
I'm
it been
trying to
too long?
think.
Has it been too long?
It's been a while. One recently, someone was. It was what he did. I haven't been doing it anymore, but it was literally like, oh yeah, just go make some toast. You'll be fine afterwards.
Oh, just go make some
Stupid
toast,
shit. Just stupid shit.
dude. If I was having a mental breakdown or something, I mean, toast is pretty good.
It is good.
Oh, okay, but like only if you have like good quality bread, like artisanal bread, potato bread. That's pretty good toast.
I mean, yeah, good bread is
Eh,
good for good toast, but like
And
you
Irish
gotta have
butter,
some good.
Irish
Yeah,
butter.
yeah.
Not
That's gonna
not
be like
fake marginal butter, actual Irish butter.
you have to have good toppings for your toast too. Like you can have the best bread ever, but if you're putting on dollar store butter, it's gonna be shitty toast.
Well, like some people, because like I grew up on that Betty Crocker margin,
Oh, I did too.
and I mean like that's been okay, obviously, but once you have real Irish butter, like it comes in like the Irish, like what I'm talking about. The
Yeah.
small little tiny containers that cost like $5, and it's like actual real butter. Once you have that, you don't go back to margin. It tastes weird. And it's funny because margin is like one component off of being plastic.
Yeah, it was actually originally invented as turkey feed.
Really.
Yeah, at least to my knowledge, that's the story I've always heard.
I
It
don't
was invented to fatten up turkeys.
feed the turkeys plastic. That's
Mm,
plastic turkey. Yeah, there's like little play sets. Those little play set cookwares that you can get, like those cooking sets, the plastic, and you get like the plastic chicken.
oh my god, you just
Yeah,
opened up a Pandora's box of memories.
that that's an actual chicken that was fed margin.
Ah, yes,
The plastic
it got
chicken.
plastified.
Yeah, it's like
It brought a whole new meaning to you are what you eat.
you are what you eat. You're plastic. Oh man, so that must mean they feed margin to turkeys to fatten them up.
That's what it was originally for. Now it's people food.
How did who thought it'd be okay to feed the turkeys margin? Like why? Like there's no nutrients. Is it just pure fat?
Yes, it's just to make them fatter.
Well, they couldn't use like lard.
Yes, they could have, but like you have to kill pigs to get the lard from the pigs. Margarine is synthetic and you can mass produce it easier.
Or you can feed them, just you can feed scraps of. Well, I guess it's turkeys we're talking about. So turkeys don't eat meat per se, do they? Turkeys eat meat.
I don't think they like seek it out, but it's probably one of those things like if you threw like, a steak on the ground in front of them, they'd probably peck at it and eat it. But they wouldn't like, hunt you for it.
I don't think. Yeah, 'cause I don't think turkeys are predators. Like they're not the carnivores, are they?
I feel like they're like opportunistic omnivores, like they mostly eat plants, but like,
Okay, because I know
you
they
know,
they eat corn and they
food
eat
comes along.
berries and
Yeah,
like like seeds of the forest and stuff. But like I've never heard of like a pack of
they
turkeys eating like a rabbit or something.
probably eat bugs.
Oh, that's true. I forget bugs are like considered like that. I think bugs are considered personally a different breed of like meat. Like I know technically like a cockroach or like a gnat is like technically on the same level as like a steak, but
Yeah,
it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel right.
I mean, most insects, ounce per ounce, actually have more protein than beef.
Oh yeah, yeah they do. And that's why like, Indian bodybuilders, man, because like the only thing they have to eat in India is bugs.
I feel like that's a loaded statement. I think they have more to eat in India besides just bugs.
Dude, Indian bodybuilders, they just take scoops of maggots and, and mealworms.
Mealworms aren't bad.
Dude, I would never eat a bug.
I have eaten several bugs.
Were you in India?
No, I was like, I can eat these, so I did.
Did you find them on the ground?
Oh yeah, where else
No,
do bugs live?
wait, you found live maggots on the ground.
Not maggots. No, not maggot. Oh. But
Squishy.
my mom used to raise mealworms, and like every now and then I'd pick one up and go like, I wonder what it tastes
Dude,
like.
I'm sorry, but like I've never had the curiosity I want to see what a bug tastes like.
Well, people eat them all over the world.
India.
I gotta say, I've eaten mealworms, I've eaten grasshoppers, I've eaten ants.
Why? Like why? Why would you like, dude, go in the cabinet and grab some ruffles if you're hungry.
Because it's the experience.
The experience of eating bugs.
Yes, like yes, I could go to the cabinet and grab ruffles, like you said, or I can be like,
Or you can
animal.
or you can add like or you can live out your daydream of eating of like being an animal, being like being an anteater and scooping out handfuls of ants out of a mound or
See,
become a
you don't eat
spider.
the whole ant. You don't eat the whole ant.
How,
You only eat that back part of it where like all its intestines are, because if you eat the head, it'll bite you as you're swallowing it,
not if I crunch
and you
it,
don't
dude.
want ant bites in your throat.
Not if I crunch it.
I mean, maybe, but the best part to eat is just the back part.
Give it the old mortar and pestle treatment between my teeth.
Ant flour.
Ant flour. Ant
Flour.
ant bread.
They actually do make cricket flour. I've seen it online.
Yeah, they make it in Japan or China. Not Japan, China. They make it in China.
I might buy some.
No,
Why not?
disgusting. What would you use? Cockroach? Not. Oh my God, grasshopper flour. Cricket,
Yeah.
grasshopper, bugs.
What even is the difference between a cricket and a grasshopper? Like, in all honesty,
Crickets chirp, grasshoppers jump. I have a
skip that for
PhD.
me.
I have a PhD in
You have a PhD.
in
You
in,
have a
in,
PhD.
in insect anatomy.
Uh, uh,
I'm bugging out.
I'm gonna buy some and make some protein muffins.
Okay, actually, that doesn't sound too bad. Protein muffins
So
out of cricket flour.
yeah, so I'm getting the go ahead on this then.
Yeah, I mean, you do what you want, man. You can buy cricket flour if you want. I wouldn't eat. I would not eat cricket flour because I know what's in it, and that's scary.
So what I'm hearing is if I were to make them for you, not tell you.
I do not want cricket flour muffins. Thank you.
I'm looking it up now.
How much does it cost for cricket flour?
Um, they have a cricket brownie mix.
Oh, dude. That's like okay. What is cricket flour made out of? Obviously crickets.
Ground crickets.
Well, cricket.
So, on I'm looking on Amazon here.
No, okay. Cricket flour is made by milling whole roasted crickets into a fine powder that includes all the essential amino acids, B12, iron, calcium, omega 3s, and omega 6s. Actually, it's not too bad.
Yeah. You can get a trying to see what size bag this is here because
I think we're looking at the same thing. I'm looking at
I'm looking at the cricket brownie mix.
brownie mix. I'm looking at the protein. It's a Bud's cricket
It's
powder, 100% pure cricket powder. It's 4 ounces for $11.
this is 14.57 for $12.99
How
for
much?
the brownie mix.
How much protein is in this?
Um,
I'm trying to find out.
yeah, mine says it somewhere.
It has 65% protein. It has is about 65% protein. Okay. So about half okay, over half of the mix is just protein by itself.
So straight up protein.
Yeah. It weighs 0.14 kilograms.
Well,
I think I mean now that I'm actually looking at this protein, I'm actually looking at the powder. It doesn't actually look too bad. But like it looks like the bottom of like hamster in cases, kind of looks like that sawdust. But I wonder if it has a taste to it. You don't know.
I don't know. I
Well,
mean,
yeah. Well, you should know what you know what crickets taste like. So think of a
I know
dried
what they taste like.
think of a dried, milled up cricket.
Well, here's the thing. Whenever I was eating the grasshoppers, they were grasshoppers. I didn't know you were supposed to cook them because apparently they can like contain parasites. So I was just like going, grasshopper. Oh,
Oh, so that's what's wrong with you. You have parasites from grasshoppers you ate whenever you were a young child.
it wasn't a young child. I was in high school.
That makes things so much worse, Peyton. So much. I thought you were a child eating these.
Oh, I was in like junior year.
I knew you whenever you were eating fucking crickets.
Yes.
Dude, like, God. Should have stayed away
I
from
did it
you.
on an FFA trip. We were transporting mums, and there were grasshoppers. I was like, hey, I know how to get rid of the grasshoppers.
Just monster house them.
Yeah, just monster house all the.
You know,
And for our listeners, when we say monster house,
that
we're
scene.
meaning
Yeah, that scene from Monster House the movie where we're in there. They're in that arcade, and the guy he walks out the door and runs back and grabs the chocolate and goes and then runs away. Yeah, that's what Monster House he means. I completely forgot about listener people that don't know what we're talking about.
well, that's okay. It's our first episode.
Yeah, but we've already busted out a very good conversation about cricket flour.
Yeah.
Where's it made?
Um,
Where's it made at?
I don't. I'll need to check. Um, on the same topic, remember how I said every year around Christmas I like to take something completely off the wall to my family?
No, but
You don't know
continue.
about that?
No,
I thought
continue.
I told you about that. Uh,
Portland,
well,
Oregon.
the past few years, uh, every time my family has Christmas, I bring something, and I just bring something completely weird or trolly or something like that. Like the first year I did it is I made rock candy, and I made it black licorice flavored,
I
but
hate
colored
raw
it
candy.
orange.
Oh, that's messed up.
And then I left it there and let people think it was orange flavored black licorice or
If
orange flavored rock candy.
if I
It was
picked
actually
up
black licorice.
if I picked up a piece of orange rock candy and it was black licorice, I'm fighting whoever made it.
And then uh, the next year, I found a recipe for white chocolate macadamia nut and spam cookies, like the canned meat spam.
Ugh,
Oh yeah. So I was like, oh, this is too perfect not to take. So I took those.
spam cookies. They
Yes.
taste good.
They weren't bad. I should have cut the spam smaller and candied it more because it was candied spam in the cookie. Because like if it would have been candied more, it would have had that harder exterior and you wouldn't have had to worry about the chew. But it was a semi crunchy cookie. You bite into the cookie and then you hit meat.
Ugh. Dude, I'm thinking about like taking like a chocolate chip cookie and instead of they have stuffed cookies with like Nutella and stuff. Filling one with potted meat.
Exactly.
Ugh. And
That is basically what that cookie turned out into.
I can't handle processed meat like spam or potted meat or
Dude, I fucking love spam.
I can't say I've actually ever had spam honestly.
Well, we're gonna change that.
No, I refuse. I'd rather have chicken or like actual meat that's not dude, all of your spam is from the 1970s.
Hey, not all of it. Some of it is from the 60s.
Okay. Well,
I think I have a can from 55.
why don't you explain why you have so
Okay.
many fucking cans of spam?
Okay. Before we get to the spam story, uh, I'm gonna finish the Christmas one real quick.
Okay.
This year, it's literally just one sentence. This year, I'm probably gonna take the cricket brownies.
Dude, dude, get actual pieces of cricket put in it, please. Get dried,
Oh, that's
get dried,
that's
like
everything.
get dried. No, get like dried crickets, chop them up finally, and sprinkle it in there, and then put chocolate and stuff in there too, obviously.
Oh yeah, obviously.
But
That's fucking evil, but I
do it,
love it.
do it. I would,
Oh,
I would love to, I would love to see it.
are you gonna eat one?
No, no. Why would I eat a cricket brownie?
You should.
No, disgusting.
Anyway, uh, so I collect spam cans
Mm-hmm.
for those of you who are not aware. And I have a lot of old cans, and some of them still contain what you could loosely call meat at this point. Uh, I believe my oldest one is a 1955 that still has product in it.
That's disgusting, dude.
And that is just, that's off the top of my head. I'm not currently at the can to tell you the exact date.
Currently not at the cans.
I'm not currently at the cans, or else I would tell you the exact date. Uh, I got a lot of cans.
You do have a lot of cans. You have like what, over 20?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, Most of those are the various flavors of spam, though.
My favorite one's the
They're not
pumpkin spice.
special cans. What was that?
The pumpkin spice one?
I do have a empty and cleaned and preserved can of the 2017 limited edition pumpkin spice flavor.
I feel like
Uh,
you're a connoisseur of spam.
I am. I am also amateur spam. I'm also an amateur spam historian. I know.
You ever see?
Look it up.
You ever seen those? You ever seen those TV shows? Or it's like like there are people like I interview random jobs, and you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
like the name tag and it says like Nicole, and then I just imagine there's one I saw, it was like it was something Nicole is a woman, but it said professional chicken nugget tester
Yes,
or
yes.
something. I feel like yours would be Peyton, and then it'd be
Spam historian.
spam historian slash connoisseur.
Uh,
Okay, well tell me some tell me some spam history then.
Spam history. Well, spam was invented in 1936
Hang
by
on.
Hormel Foods. Uh,
I'm fact checking you the entire way. Keep on going.
okay. The name of it, a lot of people say no one knows what the name actually means. That is just a marketing trick. Why it's actually called spam is the man who invented it, which the name of it is off my head right now. I can't think of it. He actually held a Christmas party. I believe maybe it was a New Year's party. It was one of those holiday parties.
Hmm.
And he said whoever came up with a name for it would get a prize. So everyone was writing down different names and putting it into a bowl, and someone just shouted out spam, and then that's the name that stuck.
Okay, so it was introduced by Hormel in 1937.
37.
Yeah.
I believe 36 was the year it was thought of then.
Yep. So you got that wrong.
Well,
It gained popularity during what?
gained popularity during World War II because it
Yeah.
was easy to uh, produce.
It's not like MRE's got any better.
I've eaten MREs.
They got more flavors of MREs. Back in 1937 they were spam, and now it's just like tuna tacos. But
Had
okay,
spam tacos.
so by 2003, spam was sold in how many countries?
2003.
Yes, by 2003, spam was sold in how many countries?
That's all, I. That's one I do not have memorized off the top of my head. I want to say it's like 57,
Mm,
but that's wrong.
it was 41 countries.
41. Okay.
On how many continents?
Well, North America. I'm gonna say that's yeah. This is one of those facts I'm not sure off the top of my
Oh,
head. I'm
come
gonna
on.
say four.
Four. It's 6 out of 7 because people live in every single continent besides Antarctica.
Well, yeah, yeah. I just didn't know
Well,
if they sold it in like Africa or South America.
yeah, it's
Oh, wait, yeah, they sell it in Africa. I have an Arabic can.
Mother the Huddigisbem. So actually it's trademarked in over 100 countries. That is pretty cool, honestly.
And me getting some of these wrong, that is good for me, so I can learn better.
Yeah, get better. By very last episode of this podcast, I'm gonna ask you these questions again.
I'll have them memorized by then,
William?
probably.
Well, at least you were off by one date, so I'll give you like half a point. But you did get the production
I
company
didn't get. I didn't
right.
get that. That was Hormel.
Yeah, I said you got that right.
Oh, I thought you said I didn't get that right.
No, you did.
But yeah. Uh, Another fun fact that I have a spam book with it. In World War II, spam actually it's not a confirmed kill, but is believed spam actually got its own kill in World War II, and it's not by eating it.
What? Did someone beat someone with a can of spam?
Almost.
That is awesome.
Uh, at least how the story goes is there was a cook on one of the Navy ships who, whenever they got shipments of stuff, he would always take a can of spam and put it down one of the guns on a string. So he would have a can for himself that he could hide away.
Hmm.
Well, they got attacked by a Japanese plane, and he didn't have time to pull his spam can out, and it shot. The cannon shot went wide, but the plane still went down. It is believed that why it went down is because the spam can went through the cockpit and hit the pilot in the head.
Wow. That
Imagine
is.
being the poor fuck who got murked by a spam can.
They should add spam cannon to Battlefield 2024. I want to be able to throw like a rock, but it's just spam can.
I mean, I support this.
You know that I'm just looking online as we're talking. U.S. set a Samba record as we surpassed 800,000 deaths in COVID.
Really?
Yeah, more than any country.
USA, USA.
Yeah, we're that good.
We're number one.
He has to be number one in everything.
Hell yeah. America. Fuck yeah.
You know that Vladimir Putin moonlighted as a taxi driver after the Soviet Union collapse?
I didn't know that, but
Okay,
like
I'm quite
Papa
curious.
Putin as a taxi driver, I'm down for this.
Okay, I got the link. I'm pulling up the link. He worked as a cab driver after the fall of the USSR. Well, I can't.
Just imagine, because I believe he used to be a KGB agent. You're just calling your cab and a freaking KGB agent your driver.
Okay, I got it. Putin was a former agent of the Soviet Union's KGB security service, and using the story to illustrate his own personal hardships as he declared the USSR fall a tragedy for most citizens. Putin had never before claimed to have moonlighted as a taxi driver in the early 1990s. Honestly, it's not very pleasant to speak about. In 2018, he shared a different story, saying he feared he would have to drive a taxi after his mentor and employer, Anatoly Sobchak, lost re-election as mayor of St. Petersburg. Instead, Putin moved to Moscow and took a job in the national government. Um,
And now he's president of Russia.
it could at least concedes with the 30th anniversary of the fall of the Soviet Union. After all, what is the collapse of the Soviet Union? This is the collapse of historical Russia under the name of the Soviet Union. He was cited saying, the greatest geopolitical disaster of the 20th century.
Damn, he wants the
Hmm.
USSR back, it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like his. We lived like everyone, but sometimes I had to earn extra money. As a private driver, it's not pleasant to speak about, honestly, but unfortunately, that is what happened. He he did not like having to transition from communism to capitalism.
Well then, sorry, you commie fuck.
He was struggling to make ends meet. Welcome to the American living, Putin. He had to have two jobs.
Listen, if Putin if Putin wants to share the room, I'll kick you out.
Wow. This is actually pretty interesting. Putin's office was under investigation for signing multi-million dollar contracts to export raw materials like oil and timber in exchange for food. But the food never came.
Oh, get fucked, commie bastard.
Hmm. Well, that's I'm glad Putin's doing better, you know. He's
Yeah,
he's president now, so hopefully he can have some fun times.
it's a step in the right direction for him.
Oh, definitely. I
He's
mean,
definitely getting back on his feet now.
yeah, he doesn't have to be a taxi driver anymore. He can, be president.
On him for following his dream.
I know. See, that's a rags to riches story. But we're gonna go into an ad read. So we'll see you right back. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, welcome back. Um, we gotta love the sponsor, Hint Water, but we're not actually sponsored by them. But I do have a promotional thing with them for running. Yeah, I run half marathons, and I'm actually training for a marathon right now. So they've actually sent me shirts and waters and stuff. But hopefully, if this gets some traction, we actually get a sponsorship from them. You ever had Hint Water, Peyton?
Had a couple flavors of them. I think is there like a blackberry flavor?
Yeah,
A
there's a
blackberry
blackberry.
something?
There's a blackberry.
Was it what was it exactly? Like, do you remember what it was exactly? Because I knew it was blackberry something.
It was just blackberry.
It was just blackberry.
Yeah,
I remember trying that, and it was pretty good.
they
I think
have
it's the only flavor I've actually had.
they have so much different flavors. I'm actually gonna read off most of these. As they have blueberry lemon,
Ooh, that sounds awesome.
raspberry peach. Raspberry peach is absolutely amazing.
See, I'm not a big fan of peach flavored things, but
Oh,
I'd give it a try at
oh well,
least.
no peach. Okay, so you know how most drinks, whenever you get a peach drink, it has that like peach undertone, like that on the back end.
Yeah.
This actually gives like it's the first thing you taste. You get the peach in the very front.
Is it like the natural peach flavor? Or is it
Oh,
artificial
oh,
peach
no,
flavor?
no, dude. There's nothing artificial in here.
Okay.
Nothing.
So it is a natural peach flavor.
Yeah, there's no preservatives. It's non-GMO. It's vegan. It's it is
Vegan.
yeah. It's water infused with peach plus raspberry essence. It's good. It's good, dude.
Yeah.
There's
I'll have to give some other flavors a try
yeah.
sometime.
I mean, you can find most of them at like Walmart or whatnot, but it's very good. It's better than most because like people really hint water is the best way to drink water if you don't like water. If you're a
Uh,
mongrel and don't like water.
yeah. I mean, I'm over here chugging water left and right.
People who can't drink water, I feel bad for their bodies.
People who can't drink water, their bloodlines are weak.
Absolutely. Me, I drink hint water. So my bloodline's pure. It's strong, you know. My favorite flavor though, definitely is the raspberry peach. But they have classic flavors. The classic flavors, top sellers, are the watermelon, pineapple, blackberry, and cherry.
They have watermelon flavor?
Yeah,
I like watermelon flavored stuff.
it's very good. It's a very good flavor.
Okay.
But I'm gonna read you some more. So they have strawberry lemon. And they have the water, and then they have the blackberry, watermelon, pineapple, peach, and then they actually have they have like a cranberry blueberry, and it's actually caffeinated.
Ooh.
Um,
See, I'm a big fan of caffeinated water the way it is.
yeah.
So if they have a caffeinated and flavored version,
Oh yeah.
that oh, you are tempting me. You are tempting me.
Mango, orange, green apple, strawberry kiwi, lemon lime, bunch of good stuff. And like they actually have carbonated ones too. I like the carbonated ones better because I like carbonated water.
I don't like carbonated water.
I do. I like having
I
bubbles.
I for the most part, like I'll drink one every now and again. For the most part, I gave up pop a few years ago. So
Me too. I don't drink much pop anymore. Like I drink one
yeah,
every. I'll probably drink a pop, maybe two a month at most.
yeah, I'm about there with you. Like I'll drink one like every so often, but like I don't know, just the carbonation, I don't like it anymore because
Well,
of that.
yeah, pop is different because it hurts my stomach because after not drinking it for so long, like you get all that sugar and the carbonation. and the corn syrup, and ugh, it just hits your stomach hard.
It's gross to talk about.
It really is, and the fact that like Coke can clean batteries,
Yeah.
and like I seen a Monster Energy could actually like break the back window of a car
I
by
don't.
pouring it on that.
I don't doubt it. That's why I don't drink Monster.
I do.
Bang.
I do drink Monster quite a bit. The pipeline
Bang.
punch tastes it's just energy. It's Zangy Hawaiian punch.
See, I've never tried that.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's so good.
Never.
It's good.
I say I don't like carbonated stuff. That's not entirely true. I do drink a lot of Bang.
Yeah,
Like
a lot.
a lot of Bang.
Well, yeah, I mean working nights has you have to have the energy.
Yeah.
I drink Monsters every once in a while. I'll probably drink probably 4 or 5 a month.
Yeah.
Like all these are very periodically. My thing is tea. I drink tea. I drink tea every single day.
Tea is amazing.
Lemon honey tea is as I've been on lemon honey tea for probably a year now. It is my favorite drink.
Lemon honey tea is pretty good.
I don't know why they don't come out with like pre-bottled lemon honey tea.
It's probably because that's like one of those teas that's better hot. I mean, I guess it.
I want the flavor.
Be okay,
yeah.
But like,
why can't the flavors be? Why can't the flavors be there?
Yeah, I could see it, but it's just like one of those things where it's like that's one of those teas that a lot of people drink hot. Like they're not a lot of the people, not everyone, of course, aren't gonna want that. I don't think. But hey,
I don't see a problem in drinking cold tea.
If no one does it, that's a business idea for you.
Oh no, actually, I'm looking it up right now. I'm sure someone has.
I just realized we basically gave away where we are in the world by using pop instead of soda.
No, it's called Fizzy Pop.
Fizzy Pop.
Oh, what is this?
What flavor of Coke do you want? Do you want Sprite?
What?
You don't know about that?
No.
Down south, especially in like Texas, they call all soda, all pop, they call it all Coke. And if you ask for a Coke, they ask what flavor of Coke, and then you say what kind you want.
That just feels.
It's ass backwards.
It just feels redundant, to say the least.
It's like, can I have a Coke? Yeah, what flavor? Coke flavor. Like, I feel like at that point you should just say cola.
Just call it by their names. So I found a honey citron tea.
Ooh.
It's a honey lemon tea. It's from Korea.
How was that spelled?
Honey, HONEY, CITRON tea. It's a 1 kilogram. Wait.
A kilogram.
So that's half a pound of tea.
Holy shit!
It's only $6. I might order it. Korea sweet tea.
Speaking of ordering things, I did order that brownie mix.
You did.
While we were on break there.
That is fucking awesome. That's awesome.
So,
love it.
I will make those.
Wait, yummy.
How often are we thinking of doing this podcast?
Monthly, I'm gonna try to bust one out. I'm gonna try to release episodes either Thursday or Friday, and try to record Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay. And I will say to the listeners, look at you, Patrick. We're gonna have a bunch of guests because I have a bunch of friends, and we have a bunch of friends, and I travel a lot, and I actually do know quite a bit of people in the in the world that are influencers and stuff like that. So this is gonna be a very very jumbled podcast. As I said in the description, it says there's going to be some inspirational and deep conversation podcasts. And then sometimes this is going to be a complete train wreck, like us talking about cricket flower and Vladimir Putin. And now I'm looking at uh, a website on Japanese and Korean items.
Say like Japanese and Korean stuff. It has some. They have some good stuff. Like
You ever seen those multi-flavored? You ever seen those different flavored Kit Kats from Japan?
I've seen them. I've wanted to try them so bad.
There's a store in Cincinnati, Ohio, in the USA, and it's called Jungle Gyms. I actually went there when I went to Cincinnati on vacation one time, and I got to try matcha Kit
Mm.
Kats and umami, and
Just the
matcha was
thought of an
good.
umami Kit Kat just sounds gross.
Oh, it was horrible. The matcha Kit Kat was amazing, but the umami was bad. But like, there's so many different flavors in Japan. I always wanted to go to Japan just to get them.
Yeah, I've Japan has been one of those places where it's like, yeah, it'd be cool to go, but I feel like if I went there, I'd get labeled a weeb, even though I don't even watch anime
Why would you be labeled a weeb?
because I'm an American going to Japan, and that's all Americans go to Japan for anymore. It seems like.
My friend went to Japan from a work trip. I guess work sent him there,
Yeah,
and
work is different.
yeah, well, no, it was like a work trip. Like he wasn't actually going to the work. Like his work sent him on vacation with a bunch of other with a bunch of the workers. I think he won something like some kind of program and he actually went there and yeah, he got to try like a bunch of like Japanese beer, and he got to see Tokyo, and I thought that's pretty cool. And it's a completely different culture there.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about like how different it is.
The thing is though, how how animes um portray Japan is not how they portrayed it all.
Yeah,
Japanese people hate whenever I hate when I go to Japan. I hate when I go to Japan and subtitles aren't on.
damn. You go there and it's like, I thought I could understand these people.
How do I turn on subtitles? Where's the dub? Where's the dubbed Japan?
If Google Glass would have taken off, you could have had real life subtitles, but no, Google Glass never took off.
Google Glass, what's that?
They were Google Glasses that you
Yeah,
could like access the internet from.
really.
Yeah,
Google
they were in plan.
Glass.
I believe they were planned. That's if I'm remembering things right.
Oh my dude, it's $1,000.
They actually exist.
Google Glass Enterprise Edition development kit, smart glasses, 32 gigabytes. Hang on,
Development kit. Okay.
I'm looking at this. I'm quite curious. I've
If
never.
I'm right, if I remember correctly, and they are glasses, I wonder you could probably get a translator program and have real life subtitles with them.
Google Translate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
So
quite
real life subtitles.
quite specifications. I'm quite. I don't understand this. How does it work? It's water resistant.
I
Okay.
have no clue how it works, honestly.
Would you buy
I just
one?
remember seeing a thing for it years ago.
It looks so dumb. Whenever I cannot wait until we start getting video put up for these podcasts so I can show everyone how stupid these glasses look. There's like reverse bifocals. Like it's thicker on the top instead of the bottom. There's like vents on the side of the glasses. I'm surprised that these glasses can hold more gigabytes of RAM than what it took to take NASA's rocket to the moon.
does it hold?
32.
32 gigs of RAM?
Yeah.
What my computer uses.
I think mine's running at like 16 right now. Well, dude, you gotta think about it. Like, these are glasses that are taking audio and they're translating them to you.
Yeah.
You would need a lot of glasses. Honestly, though, like the technology of glasses alone has skyrocketed over 10 years
Oh yeah.
thanks to VR.
VR is badass.
I'm pretty excited. I'm getting ready to move in February. And whenever I move into my new house, I'm going to actually set up my living room as a VR room.
Ooh.
I'm taking my I'm gonna take spend the money into make my PC able to run VR, and then actually go and buy the Oculus 2. I think the Oculus 2. I've not done much research into VR glasses, but I think that's a Oculus Quest 2.
So I'm doing the research. My computer has 8 gigs of RAM.
Really?
Yeah.
That is wow, that's horrible.
Hey, it runs Skyrim, and that's all I need it to do.
Can we run Skyrim on the Google glasses?
I don't know. Todd Howard, no.
Todd Howard, make Skyrim for the Google glasses.
I don't think it'd be super hard if you could get like a controller support, because at that point it's just like a VR game.
No, I want an eye control. I want Stephen Hawking's Stephen Hawking edition. Stephen Hawking edition Skyrim. Todd Howard, make it. Put me on your board.
Todd Howard, if you are listening to this, come on our podcast.
I would love Todd Howard to come on our podcast. So why haven't you made a game in 10 years?
Hey, they made a few games.
Sorry,
Just not
specify
Elder Scrolls games.
new Skyrim game. Okay, what other games does Todd Howard do?
They do the Doom games.
Ooh, okay, that's true. But no, there's a whole team for Skyrim.
There is a whole team for the Elder Scrolls games. They've done updates to Elder Scrolls Online.
No one plays Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, but it's still there.
No one plays it. It's
anymore.
It's redundant.
And then I believe they just released Starfield, or at least it's going to be released soon.
What's that?
I haven't heard much about it, but I've heard a lot of people referring to it as sci-fi Skyrim.
Action
Skyrim in space.
Starfield is an upcoming action role-playing video game developed by Bethesda. Described as a new generation experience set in a whole. Okay. Release date is November 11th of next year. It's a shooter game, action role-playing game. Yeah. Wonderful. Okay. Well, we'll all be looking forward to Elder Scrolls 6.
I am hyped for Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, me too. I'm definitely. I'm telling you, we're reaching, because games have been absolute crap in the past few years.
Yeah, I mean between
the
Battle Royale
and the new it's every single new Call of Duty past Black Ops 2.
Yeah, when was the last time Call of Duty had a new formula for their game? Like that wasn't just like a copy paste.
3.
Yeah.
And after 3, it's gone downhill. I mean, you had World War II. World War II wasn't bad, and then that was the only break of Black Ops. This is Black Ops 3, and then you had 4, and then you had World War II. And World War II was decent. I remember playing. I liked it. And then you had Cold War and Vanguard, if I'm right. And Vanguard, from what I've seen, is just it's another World War II game, which we've already had 3 World War II games now. We don't need another one. And 3, 4, and 3 and 4 were the exact same game, and they were both trash. The zombies, the zombies has been decent, but multiplayer exactly the same throughout all the games. And then I heard with Vanguard, they trashed the zombies mode, which is not it's not unusual for Treyarch to
Yeah.
screw up the only thing people really buy Call of Duty for these days, zombies.
Now, we need to talk about the one Call of Duty game that gets a lot more hate than it should, and that's Call of Duty Ghosts.
I was as soon as you said the game that gets more hate than it should, I was like, I bet he's gonna say Ghost. Ghost had a decent campaign, subpar multiplayer, but I did like the extinction mode. I did.
Extinction was fun, like especially did you ever play it single player on there?
Yeah, I played on single player.
Yeah. You know the Hypno knife?
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah, the hidden
coolest
knife.
item.
Yeah, because then
That was the coolest item.
you threw it at one of the enemies and it converted over to
To
they
your
were
side.
friendly. Yeah.
Yeah. You could save that to like halfway through the map and then hit one of the bigger guys with it.
Playing on solo though was hard.
Oh, it was a pain,
You
but
had
it was fun.
you had to run and say. I remember, I was what I was younger, so me, my cousin, and some friends we'd run Extinction for a night. Best Call of Duty game definitely has to go down to like World War II. Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1. Like that was a golden prime of gaming when
I
Treyarch,
remember.
Infinity Ward, the first person shooter games, like they were on top. And first person shooter is still on top, but we have a whole new generation of kids and people getting into games now that they the whole like ever since Fortnite came out, like there's been a whole new um code. There's been a whole new strategy for how big producers and whatnot companies make these games. And I really do think it's fallen off. But like I was saying, we're getting Elder Scrolls 6. We got Halo Infinite. Dying Light 2 is getting ready to come out. Oh shoot. Like what's some top games that's getting ready to come out? New games.
I mean, while you're doing that, I mean, that's why I've been looking a lot into indie games because, like, once you get out of the mainstream games, you can find some awesome indie games.
Oh, well, indie, I only play indie because I play Binding of Isaac. I play Enter the Gungeon. I like dungeon crawlers. Um, and I play a lot of Battlefield because Battlefield's way better than Call of Duty in my opinion. Besides 2024, that was crap.
I'm not big on first-person shooters. I'm more of a fan of like the RPG games.
What do you okay? And what's your thoughts on like the new Avengers game that came out? Like we took,
There's
yeah, you didn't see anything about the Avengers game.
no, I didn't.
Oh well, Marvel's Avengers came out with a game, and I think it flopped pretty well.
Well, that's not surprising. A lot of video games based on or movies based on video games based on movies don't do the greatest.
Well, and then now we have 2022 Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is coming out. And like I'm liking these kind of like we're trying to get new genres of games. But I don't feel like anyone's doing it very good right now. And then God of War Ragnarok going to be amazing. 2022.
I'm looking forward to that.
Let's see. Besides that though, Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Everyone's gonna go crazy for that.
Do you remember back in like the early 2000s where it was like every movie had a video game release?
Oh yeah, dude.
That was a weird time.
Good time though, because most of those were good games. Back
Yeah,
in
they were
back in
decent.
like the Earthworm Jim era,
Earthworm Jim.
Kronk or What was this? Something Bad Fur
Conker's
Day.
Bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day.
amazing game.
Yeah. See, I did a lot of my early gaming around like 2007, 2008,
Yeah.
2009, around there.
Hmm.
In one game, I remember playing that I was absolutely in love with, and my Discord for my PS2 doesn't work anymore. So unless like I get an emulator or something and play it, I'll never be able to experience it again. And it was Crash of the Titans.
I Clash of the Titans.
Crash of the Titans. It was a Crash Bandicoot game.
Oh, Crash Bandicoot. Yes, that was PS2. I remember going to my cousin's
Yeah.
house and we'd play it all the time. It was so good.
Crash of the Titans was the one where he would have like that mask, and like there were the monsters. They could put the mask on and then ride the monsters and use their powers.
Hmm. I remember it now. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that was one of my absolute favorite games because I've always loved monsters and weird creatures like that. So like seeing them in a game, it's like, hey, I can play with them.
That's the Crash was good. Crash was a good, and then he had like the old shooters like GoldenEye, and we had all the Tom Clancy games.
Oh,
And
hey,
so many military games.
I have the original Rainbow Six and Goldeneye on the N64.
That's dope. I have a Nintendo 64, but I've not played it in a long time. I have Tony Hawk, Mario 64, I think I have Majora's Mask or
Pokemon
Ocarina.
Snap, the original Pokemon Snap.
The original Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go before Pokemon Go was a thing. Pokemon Snap.
Pretty well. Pokemon Snap is it's not hard, but finding all the stuff you need to find is a pain.
I've never played it. Never have.
Uh,
No.
it's stressful. It's not supposed to be a stressful game. It's supposed to be a fun, relaxing game, but it's stressful.
I played Pokemon Coliseum on Nintendo GameCube, and that was amazing.
That's a game I always wanted to play, but never got a chance
Well,
to.
I actually had the premium like Pokemon Coliseum GameCube. Like my GameCube was purple and it had a bunch of Pokemon on it and it had the Pokemon Coliseum 2 on it. You can find it online. I think they're pretty rare. I don't know if I still have them somewhere or not, but they're like limited edition. If I could find it, I'm sure I could sell it for a good price.
Sell it, buy a new GameCube.
And if I did that, I'd play my favorite game, I Ninja.
I remember you talking about that.
I
That game.
I if anyone knows what I Ninja is, I immediately love you because I Ninja was my favorite. It was like my earliest memory of playing video games. I remember playing I Ninja, and it was ahead of its time. It was so slept on. I think they should redo it. I think they should remaster
My
I Ninja for the PS5.
I support this.
I'm glad you do. Well, that is we're going to end it. We're getting close to time, about an hour.
All right.
But thank you all for listening today. Shout out to Patrick in New York. I would love to. I love that we already have a supporter, and this is our very first episode. If you guys like it, give it a follow. I'm going to be setting up pretty soon a YouTube channel to get these audios out on YouTube. Also, for anyone who doesn't have Spotify or Apple Podcast or whatever. But any other comments or topics before we leave?
Not that I can think of.
All right. Well, you guys have a great day. Go out, get some water, some exercise. Thanks, Peyton, for coming on today and talking. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, thank you for having me.